Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Christina McNeil, and this is MB12 for Monday, May 28, 2012, broadcasting from the Cable 12 studios on Robinson Road. In news tonight, new leadership at the head of the Free National Movement, but it comes with a huge debt left over from the election campaign. Prison officials struggling to curb smuggling of contraband into cells. The aftermath of a tornado on Abaco, reviewing plans for the construction of the new sports center, and a ray of hope in the fight against lupus in the Bahamas. We have those stories and much more coming up tonight. Your NB12 starts right now. Thanks for joining us. As the Free National Movement seeks to dig itself out from under a mountain of debt, its leader, Dr. Hubert Minnis, is appealing to young Bahamians who are interested in keeping democracy alive in this country to join the party. Charisma Robinson reports.
F&M leader Dr. Hubert Minnis is now calling for campaign finance reform after his party racked up about $1 million in debt over the course of the general election campaign.
Election is very, very expensive, and you have 38 seats, and each seat need to be supported. It's a lot of traveling, because we have so many different islands that we must travel back and forth. There are various different rallies and events taking place, and that is costly.
Minnis, who spoke to our news team today, says in order to strengthen this country's democratic process, the way in which political parties raise their money must change. If existing funding mechanisms are outlawed, the state will then have to fund political campaigns.
I hope the Prime Minister would be open to it. This would be an early time to start. If he is, we would give our input, and I'm sure he would have his ideas.
Moving forward, Minnis says his party is appealing for donations to get back on the right footing. He says he believes that Bahamians are interested in keeping democracy alive.
With the public, young people, and everyone becoming a part of this democratic process, a part of the F&M, we would ask that they can contribute, even if $1, $2, some pledge, some may pledge $100 a month, some may pledge $200 a month. And I think in the process of keeping democracy alive, all Bahamians want to keep democracy alive, and I think they will assist us in doing that and moving the party forward. So we're an open tent, and we want all to come, and let's move this country forward.
The F&M leader also dismissed claims that he and his deputy leader, Loretta Butler Turner, are at odds.
I've told my deputy leader that once the electoral process is finished, whoever comes victorious, I would work with them. We would work together to make our party even stronger, and we would work as a team, and she has my full support, and she has given me her full support. So there's absolutely no division. If you look in a democratic process, individuals may oppose each other going into an electoral process, but once you come out, that is finished, and therefore you combine, you become one, and you move forward for the best of not only the organization, but the best for the country.
Minnis says his one-year plan for the party will be unveiled as early as next month. Reporting for MB12, I'm Charisma Robinson.
For several years now, the smuggling of illegal contraband into Her Majesty's prison has been an issue prison officials have had to battle. In a recent interview, Prison Superintendent Ellison Ramming revealed that cell phones have topped the list of contraband being smuggled into the prison. Coming in a close second is illegal drugs.
The importation of contraband is an issue in every prison. In our case, the contraband of choice are drugs and cellular phones.
NB12 understands that the smuggling of electronic contraband has become a lucrative business. In September 2011, an exclusive report in the Nassau Guardian revealed prison officials confiscated 240 cell phones between January and May of last year. Prison officials acknowledged the problem and insisted the government was looking to purchase a cell phone jammer. However, Ramming recently said prison officials are fighting back, enlisting the services of cell phone sniffing dogs. Ramming adds that prison officials are also in talks with the United States Embassy.
2 years ago, introduced cell phone sniffing dogs, of course drug dogs as well. We are working with the American Embassy to introduce new technology, the Boss Chair, which detects metallic objects secreted in body parts. We have seriously and rigorously strengthened our search operations for the detection of contraband of whatever type.
But ultimately, Raming says the first line of defense depends heavily on those prison officers. Well, 12 individuals on Abaco are being temporarily relocated by the Department of Social Services after their homes were damaged by a tornado that touched down on that island last week. On Thursday, a tornado struck Murphytown, Abaco, leaving damage in its wake. According to an assessment report issued by NEMA, the tornado damaged roofs, blew out doors, and downed utility poles. Among the 4 properties deemed clearly impacted by the system was Abaco Block and Concrete Company. The manager tells NEMA that it would take at least 3 weeks before the company is up and running again. Meanwhile, NEMA Director Captain Stephen Russell has issued these tornado safety tips. He advises residents to look and listen for large hailstones, heavy rain, strong winds, and lightning bolts with a rotary motion at the base of thunderstorm clouds. Those elements are typically accompanied by a loud roaring sound like a jet or a train. Russell says residents should also seek safe shelter, preferably underground or on the ground floor, while also choosing rooms on the north or east sides of your shelter if no interior rooms are available.